In season 1, we focused on leadership behaviors. In season 2, I want to put that behaviors in work and how to use them best in agile environments. And agile is not a silver bullet, but without the right mindset, it becomes just another broken process. So in this series, I want to explore it more and explain it much better for you. I'm Greg Miszczychowski, and this is the Uncover Leadership Podcast. For over 15 years, I've been leading teams, and my mission is simple: to share my experience so you can grow on your own leadership journey. Each episode, I'll bring you some practical tips, real-world insights, and lessons from my path to help guide yours. So listen in. Let's uncover leadership together. Around 2010, I worked with a French startup, and we discussed the ways of working because we're in two different countries. I was working from Poland, they were working from France, and we come across this concept of Agile at that point. It wasn't new, but for us it was something that we wanted to explore. And we made a decision, let's just try it. And what I really loved in reading more and more about the Agile was everything around the mindset, everything around values, and what's maybe most important, that everything circles around the team. The team delivers, the team work together, the team is cross-functional, they work as a one unit. And we focus on values, we focus on the best solutions, how to get that startup up and running between two countries. We had a great idea to put big monitor screens in both offices with the cameras to see each other through the whole day, be able to put a microphone on and get a one big team daily stand-up. And like I mentioned, the most important part was the team. It focused around it. Like you know, Agile, it's about 4 principles, right? Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. So you focus on the team, and if that first bullet point, you focus on the team, then our delivered value, so that working software over comprehensive documentation, the startups are easier to get it accomplished, right? There's no a lot of burden, no a lot of oversight. The next one, customer collaboration over contract negotiations. This is where a lot of bigger companies struggle the most, right? To get that honest feedback from the customers, from the users, to get something developed with a better quality or meet the expectations. And the last one, respond to change over following a plan. This is really tied up to the first one. If you have good product owner and you have the stakeholders and you can demo them something every 2 weeks, it can become really easy. But it's not everywhere. It's not going to be easy everywhere. If you understand me right, what dragged me closer to Agile wasn't the process itself. It was that idea that the value is created by the team. Everything about a team, right? You create a team, you're a leader, you create a team, and they deliver. So what's the core of that team should be? In the first series, I put it everything around the trust. Right now, we're going to focus more on Agile. So the team become the center of Agile, of that mindset, because everything is around it. And Agile should remove, when you change your mindset, you should remove the illusion that there is individual success. And this is what I did for my teams. When we created new teams in different organizations, for Scrum, for SAFe, anywhere, any framework, I started, when we discussed the working agreements, I started with saying, like, we deliver as one team. There is no my success or your success. Either we win together or we fail together. We cannot say that the developers finished their part and now everything is in QA or we're going to be late. No. If the developers delayed something, we are going to fail, right? If QA going to find a lot of bugs, or they're not going to do the good job with preparing test scenarios, they're going to miss preparing the data, the whole team failed. So we try to get that mindset kind of a hive, right? Like we work together. I think it's really important. It's where a lot of teams fail, where they still keep tied up to their silos, to BAs creating requirements up front, to developers creating just the software and just pushing it to testing environment, and then QA trying to find something and push it back to show the metrics like, oh, we found so many. With that mindset, you're just repeating waterfall, and you're repeating the mistakes that are in waterfall that can be quite easily repaired with Agile, with the right mindset. When the teams work together, when they try to demo something every 2 weeks, they're gonna find the ways to split the work in these small chunks so they can actually finish something, get it tested, get a review it with the stakeholders, with the PO, and if it's good, just continue the work or quickly fix it, right? That's where the quick change is coming in Agile. It's not going to work if you're going to deliver something after 3 months. That's just waterfall. So we need to understand the team create values and the team should improve themselves. This is very important concept in Agile. That's why you have the retrospective. And it's something that's very often missed by the Scrum Masters that are new. They don't see the real value in it, or it's challenging for the Scrum Master when they have a new team that's new to Agile. They don't see the value in the retrospectives. But if the team decided to do something differently, and if they should need the space to do that, right? They should get the space to change something, to try something new. Then the next item is what I mentioned already twice, that the team demos to stakeholders. It shouldn't be the PO. PO should start the call, say, this is what we're going to present. Let's say maybe show the metrics for the team, and then the team should demo it. I think it's a huge value when they can create, they can demo, they can present their own work. They feel proud, they can get the feedback. If it's positive, it's great. If it's negative, we're just going to note it down and we're going to work how to fix it. And it's just 2 weeks, so we have plenty of time till we're going to get the full product ready. And then the team owns their own outcomes, either negative or positive. They should understand that they are the owner of the work that they're creating. They are the owner of their success, and they are also the owners of the burden of failure. We work as one. We deliver as one, we fail as one, and we succeed as one. That should be the motto of every Agile team. In contrast to that, if you're going to think about it a little bit longer, what I mentioned before, in waterfall, you have the phases, you have the requirements gathering, you have the design. So you're going to have the BAs gathering all of the requirements. It's going to take time, right? And at that point, you can have someone from the business asking for something. In few months, that person can move, or they can change their mind, and there where the disconnect is. Then you're gonna have the requirements. After, you're gonna get a design, so someone's gonna design everything A to Z, right? All of the system, all of the connections up front with some unknowns. You're gonna have the developers creating it. You're gonna get the system teams creating connections. Then you're gonna get your testing, maybe end-to-end testing involving multiple teams, and at the end you're going to have a lot of blame between teams because they work in silos, they work on their own pieces, and we want to remove that. We want to remove that mindset. We want them to work together, they to be able to collaborate. You want to get the team that can finish everything, so you should get some kind of BA on the team, you should get some kind of architect on the team, or at least on a train. You should get developers, of course, you should get the testers, you should have that system team, if your organization allow for that, to get that separate team just to set up environments, make sure you move the data, prepare the data for QA team, gather the data, create connections, create the pipelines. That's of course ideal, but if you're not working with ideal, try to get there. That should be your goal star, that where you want to go with your team. And we need to remember that quality should belong to everyone, not just the QA, right? Everyone, from creating requirements till finishing the final touches. Quality should be on everyone's mind. The same as value. We only deliver value. It's not the requirement itself, the design itself, the software itself do not bring the value. The finished software, tested, fixed, getting reviewed, that's what the value is, right? That's where we can bring something to the business, to our stakeholders. And the biggest burden for everyone, the failure, it also belongs to everyone. Even if the developers screw up, if we cannot help them, we failed as a team. So we need to find the best ways how we can lift each other. Like, oh, we have a delay. Maybe QA can collaborate with BAs to join the resources in the testing and save some time later. When the team get to that point, you should be really happy as a leader. You should be really happy if you're a scrum master, that you have an awesome team. You should be really happy if you're a program project manager, director, that you have a so awesome team that can collaborate together and save time. And when you're gonna get that teams, that can collaborate, that can think together, that they have trust, that they can have a positive conflicts, they can discuss different options. This is where you're going to see speed and beautiful transformations coming in, because the team going to be able to split the work in small pieces, get the feedback fast. And sometimes if you're a leader, they're going to need your help in that, because you're going to have to get the stakeholders joining their demo calls. You're going to have to work to help them that support and make sure that people are actually listening, actually reviewing it. Sometimes people from the business side, they're going to say they don't have time. Like, we want to see the final product, but then it's not going to work. If they don't want to play together with us, it's not going to work, because we're going to get back to the same solutions, to the same problems, the same conflicts that we have with waterfall, because everything going to be at the end, and there's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of missed opportunities to do something better. That's why we want to get that frequent demos. That's why we want to get an attendance. And that's when the quick adaptation to change going to come in. And when the teams learn how to split work well, they stop waiting for the results, because they're going to have results ready already at that point, right? They're going to be able to start learning faster together, because they're going to learn, oh, we did it this way, and we got a feedback that they expected something else. So they can work together with BAs to adjust the questions they're asking when they're going to gather the requirements for the next piece to get the outcome better next time. And the speed in Agile should not be rushing out, right? It's not we're going to push the team to finish something. Instead of 3 sprints, let's say, do it in 2 sprints. It's about learning the best way how the team can do the work faster. Know how we can push the team to do the work. They should learn themselves how to do it more efficiently. And you need to remember that demo is not just a ceremony. It should be a conversation between the team and between the stakeholders, facilitated by a product owner that is the liaison between the teams and the stakeholders. If you're going to look at it more broadly, just beyond the Agile itself, if you want to see it as a journey, right? When you're going to create it, if you want to do it, it's a journey. It's not switch and work in a different framework, because it's not a framework. You should change your mind. Everyone should join, participate. Managers, directors, the teams, you should get the people trained if they don't have that knowledge. And for a lot of people, they treat it as a framework, like we're just going to follow some simple rules and it's going to work. It's not going to work this way, because just introducing ceremony is going to create more confusion for the teams than it's needed. And for Agile, there are multiple frameworks that help, especially if you want to scale it, but there is no one size fit all. You have under Agile umbrella, you have Lean, that's more manufacturing. You have Safe, that's really great for big organizations, bring a little bit of clarity for higher managers, directors, senior leadership, because it's more structured. You have Less, you have Scrum of Scrums. Depending of what the company needs, they should adapt to the right framework, and then they should follow it, right? Where you're going to introduce the framework, if not everyone's going to follow it. And you need to remember that the frameworks can be bent a little bit, just like waterfall, it's bent for the companies. If they have some specific needs, they're going to bend it a little bit. They're going to follow the process, but they're going to introduce some small changes to fit better. The same is with Agile, and Agile should be even more flexible for the teams, how they work. So if you're going to look at it as a whole thing, Agile sounds easy, when it's as a sales pitch, but there is a hard truth in trying to adapt to Agile. It's not easy at all. The teams usually inherit the siloed mindsets from waterfall, from the split between different functions on the team, on the projects. They start with this burden and they need to fight it off. They need to have a space to kind of forget about it. Just, tabula rasa, you need to get a clean board. You need to start fresh. You need to think like a part of the team, not like a part of your function. And why it's really important? Because blame, it's a huge problem for new Agile teams. They're going to still blame each other. And this is the storming portion of creating a team, because they're going to try to fit best. They're going to try to avoid responsibility for some of the work. Like, oh, I did my part. I'm not responsible anymore. They should forget about it, right? You're part of the team. You're responsible for the whole time. Even if you finish your portion for the sprint, let's say, oh, I prepared requirements. Like, what else can you do to participate? Maybe you can work on clarifying something. Maybe you can start preparing the demo ahead of time. Maybe you can support the QAs with writing the requirements, or get the test cases reviewed with the business. There's always a lot of work. It's not like you can just do small portion and stand on the sidelines. And changes take repetition. So when you start doing it, it's need to be repeated like any other change. You cannot expect starting doing Agile and get the results in a month. Sometimes, if you're going to get a great team and you're going to have a great Scrum Master and someone that have that PO mindset, maybe after a month you're going to get it done. But there are a lot of companies where it's going to take more time. And if you decided, just go through it. Maybe you need 2 months, maybe you need 3 months, or maybe the problem is not on the team. Maybe the problem is that you want them to do Agile in a waterfall style. If you put this guidelines for them that, oh, this is what you need to do, there is no room for improvement. There is no for the team to be self-sufficient or manage their own work. Maybe the problem is on you. You need to think about it. Because changing mindset for Agile, it's not magic. It's required that actual understanding, like, this is what I did, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to be with my team. And you don't need a magic ball, you don't need a crystal ball to see it. You just need decision on your part. You need decision with the team. You need to get agreement with the team that we're going to go there together. And some companies will resist. Over the years, a lot of companies, they wanted to do Agile because it's on the top, because they heard about how quick it's going to be, how good quality is going to be. And for a lot of them, it was very, very bad decision because they didn't want to change. They tried to do Agile and it either didn't work, it was slow, or it produced very low quality solutions because they didn't want to change the mindset. They were trying to get something done faster. So if you're going to look at it as a three-leg stool, right? Money, time, quality. They try to save money, get something faster and with a higher quality. So you shorten 2 legs and you want to get the third one much longer. The stool going to fall. And this is where a lot of companies struggles, and they just didn't adapt. You need to get the leadership support. Agile will collapse without it. If the leadership do not understand it, that something's going to change also for them, it's not going to work, because if your leaders do not want to join the demos or listen to the teams, like, oh, they want to change something or they want to work a little bit different, if they don't want to listen, if they don't see the support from the leadership, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty, there's going to be a lot of mistrust, and there's going to be a lot of problems in the teams. So just close it up for this first episode. Agile should start in the head. It's not starting in the tool of your choice like Jira or Rally. It should start in the heads of your team. It should start in the head of you if you're a leader for that team. It should start in the heads of all of the leaders that want to do it. And without that change in mindset, there's going to be just empty ceremonies. There's just going to be a lot of new meetings that the team going to complain about. But when you're going to open up, when you're going to change your mindset, where your team members going to change their mindset, even the imperfect framework will work, because they're going to start working as a team and they're going to see, oh, that framework do not work for us. We're going to change these 3 things and we believe we're going to deliver better. Give them that option. Give them that option to try make that changes and see the results. If it's going to work, they're going to want to continue it. If they going to discover that it's not working as they expected, they're going to want to change it back, or they want to change it to something new. But if you're going to see even small improvement, encourage them to discuss it more deeply. Maybe there is a better way to do it. Maybe they can discover it with the next few iterations. And next time we're going to talk about Scrum. Like I mentioned, there are a lot of frameworks. I'm going to try to cover them in this season. So for the new leaders, for the new people joining Agile world, it's going to be another podcast or another discussion about it, but I want to bring it from my point of view, so I hope you're going to enjoy it. I don't want to create a checklist for you. I don't want to repeat the same things. I'm going to mention the ceremonies in Agile, in Scrum. I'm going to discuss the ceremonies in SAFe that I work with, but you're going to hear my own reflections about it and my best practices for them. So I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you had a chance, or if you listened to the series season 1, thank you very much. If you like it, if you want to listen more, follow me up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcast, or if you're listening through YouTube, subscribe, and see you in the next episode. Thank you.